Hey everybody, Venus Callida here. I'm testing out some headphones, except these ones don't have a microphone, so I'm not sure if they're going to work. But I was talking to someone, and let me just see. They were on X, which I guess is Twitter. Do you guys call it X or Twitter? I guess it's X. And they were telling me if I use headphones, maybe it won't have the background reverb. I actually wanted my background on. I've been deliberately leaving my doors open and my windows open so that you could hear all the stormy weather behind me, but I guess it's annoying some of you. So I don't know if this is working or not. So what you may not see, but I was going to do, is I'm just going to check to see if you guys can hear me or not. And I'm going to the live station. You might hear some. I'm going to go check it out right now. I'm checking it out right now. So that you can hear all the. Ooh, you can hear me. But I guess it's annoying some of you. So I don't know if this is working or not. So what you may not see, but I was going to do, is I'm just going to check to see if you guys can hear me or not. And I'm going to the live station. You might hear some. I'm going to go check it out right now. I'm checking it out right now so that you can hear all the. Okay, I stopped talking. Gave myself some check marks. I'm actually upgrading this thing. I'm gonna call it Tuck In and Show. Why not? So I'm doing this as you're listening to me. So it is Canada Day. I have been in and out so many times today, seeing so many of my neighbors, which is really nice to know that I've been here long enough that neighbors will talk to me voluntarily. And we had coffee together today. We went for newspapers together today. Everyone was tossing their recycling at the same time, and people were giving me directions to stuff, and I kept driving out to find everything I needed to do closed today. Then I realized the reason that I am free to do stuff today is because of the same reason everybody's free to do stuff today. Everything's closed because it's Canada Day. Yay, Canada! All right, so what I've come home. I've got water bottles, which is the white. I've got tomato juice, that Clamato stuff, in the fridge. That's the red. I'm drinking those back and forth today. Eating red apples. And I got in front of me some white freezies and some red freezies because it's Canada Day. And I didn't feel like barbecuing. It's just too hot. My tiny little fan and my tiny little air conditioning unit are just like, they just can't. And I've got to stay cool somehow. So I'm going to crack open the red one first. I got to do it. No, I'm not wearing red. I'm wearing black. That's my color, but everything I'm eating today is red and white. Red and white today. We're going to celebrate. So to all our friends out there and all the subscribers, all of my beautiful Msouls that are out there from Canada today, my New Brunswick, who's that? Was that Fanos Fabros or was that Paladin's team? One of you guys. I know for sure you're out there. And everyone else I know out there that's Canadian. Happy Canada's Day. And don't worry, I'm going to be fair to my other subscribers. The 4th of July is coming up. I'm going to celebrate you guys too. Why not? Why not? I love you. I don't worry about the toupee man over there. Hopefully you guys will. I know your Congress is not happy with him. Anyways, let's say nothing of that. Oh, the red freezy smells so good. Tastes so good. I just wanted to chit chat with you guys like if we were in lawn chairs. Oh, and I've got my red apples. I'm not going to lie. I have roasted chestnuts too. I love those. They're for dinner. Got my protein for dinner tonight. Actually, not to be true, BC, you can go to a salmon bake, and I love salmon off of a campfire. Salmon bake is the best. It's the best wild salmon out BC. Shout out to our friend Soar out there, who, one of my very first officers with my Avitas Valdis guild in the Horde side of WoW, World of Warcraft, because you work on a salmon farm. So very interesting. So thank you for all that salmon. It's yummy. We're going to have that tonight. I'm hoping for some fireworks, but I think there's new bylaws. Last time we had Victoria's Day, and that always, ever since I moved to this town, was crazy for fireworks on New Year's Eve and Queen Victoria's birthday. There was none. Like, just none at all. And I heard there were new bylaws about that because of noise pollution and scaring birds and all that business, smoke in the air. But I'm hoping tonight, because there was one singular firework fired off by my very lively, aggressive neighbors across the street. Their fireworks always seem to land, like, window high to my house. Which I don't mind at all. it's kind of interesting that it gets so close, where I imagine it's so close. Maybe it's not, but it like seems to land right at eye level with my windows. So I get a good show for free every year when they do their stuff. So I don't mind that. Now, I was saving these fun facts for a little video, but maybe I just feel like hanging out with you guys, and maybe I want to share some of it right now. I'm looking to see the last section of research that I had collected. I want to save the fun with words, but I've got some trivia that I can ask you guys. So I'm just going to mark this off. How am I going to do that? I'm going to mark it off from here. Looking for. I've actually been going through my stuff and recycling things, and I'm trying to be brave enough to have all my clothing. I might just bring back the I'm cleaning my house episodes and the little French maid outfits that I did last summer to motivate myself, but I don't know if you guys like them or not. I couldn't tell, so nobody really commented on them, but they kept me motivated anyways if I'm amusing myself. But I think some of what I wore was pretty neat. Some of my little looks of my imaginary mansion I was cleaning with all my different sceneries. I love that I can come up with different sceneries. Anyways, so what is this theme? Okay, so, oh, I know what the problem is. I have to wear my glasses. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know if this will work. You're hearing me suck on my freezy as it hangs from my mouth. Okay, so the theme of the particular episode is just simply trivia. And I just want to share this trivia with you because I think it's funny. So I'll just like grab a drink, grab a freezy, join me, and just enjoying the moment. Get some sun, get some fresh air, or sit in front of a fan and sit on an ice block. Whichever you need. And I just want to keep you company while you have a little break, because we all need a break. Yeah. Oh, freezing is so cold. So how do statues of men on horses tell how the rider died? Oh, you know what? I've already done these in an episode before. So sorry about that. No, I did this one before. Might have to do the thing. Okay. Oh, but this actually came up in research. So you guys are awaiting me ever getting off my butt and finishing the pirate door game that was requested. I did so much research, I just had a novel to write, so I stopped, but I might break it down. But here's one of the things I found about, like the pieces of 8 and all that business. Okay, so why did pirates wear earrings? Earrings were used by seamen, especially warriors such as pirates, for very practical reasons and not for decoration. They were given to young sailors as a symbol of their first crossing of the equator, and their purpose was to protect the eardrums during battle. What? The pirates, especially those who fired the ship's cannons during close combat with the enemy, dangled wads of wax from their earrings to use as earplugs. Oh my God, so earrings were like safety catches. Like women with bracelets and fancy necklaces have these safety catches so that you don't lose your wax, so that you don't go deaf. Oh, the saying, do you have wax in your ears? So you can't hear anything. You have wax in your ears. I thought that meant earwax, but it could be because of pirate wax. That's just another way to have an understanding. Oh, that's actually pretty funny. Okay. Just fun facts. I guess I should have researched. You know what? Maybe I should have researched fun facts about Canada. Would that be more interesting? And I'm going to save this other research. I really want to save the expressions for when we get to that last video I wanted to make, because there's a whole bunch of videos coming out this month. I've already pre-posted some of them, so I could go outside when the sun is up and just enjoy it. Okay, so let me see it. Okay, sorry, whatever sound you're hearing, that's me with my freezy. Okay, fun facts about Canada that will blow your mind. This is from Globo Treks. I don't know, am I allowed to read out loud? I'm going to tell you about it. Okay. Okay. Canadian banknotes are made of plastic. It used to be linen, and that's why they didn't disappear like your Kleenex when you wash your pants and it's in the pant pocket. But yeah, we've got these clear sections now, like see-through plastic bits. So, okay. Unlike the currency of most countries, Canada's banknotes are made of very thin polymer. This makes the 5, 10, 20, and 50 and the $100 notes more durable and more environmentally friendly than the usual cotton paper banknotes. So that's the linen. I do not lie. These polymer bills were introduced in early 2011. Okay. Okay. The colorful Canadian polymer banknotes can also withstand the country's weather. That's actually true. So whether your bills end up in the snow or washing machine, they'll be all right. Also, we try to put Braille in the top corners, although I can tell you from working with Braille, it's kind of really very not pokey enough, doesn't stand up far enough away from the surface of the bill. It makes it hard to read. I'm just going to say that. If you guys can make the Braille a little more distinct, that would help out a lot of people. But yeah, I know that for a fact. Canada's national drink contains clam juice. Okay, I never thought of us of having a national drink because we all come from different cultural backgrounds and bring our own drinks with us and make them in our own backyards and basements and garages. So, okay, that's what. So the Bloody Mary cocktail, ew, I hate that one. Is that our drink? Boo! What's going on here? Okay, known as the Bloody Caesar. What? Oh, we have a Bloody Caesar instead of a Bloody Mary. Well, that makes sense. Okay, they need to have a boy in charge. Okay, the drink is made with tomato juice, vodka, Tabasco, Worcestershire sauce, a few spices, and clam juice. Blech. I guess that's to include the East Coast there. So you guys have fisheries. I hope you still do. Every time I go visit, there's a strike going on. All right. Although it may sound like an odd concoction, Canadians consume around 350 million Bloody Caesars every year. And that's a lot of clam juice. Okay, this sounds wrong. It sounds wrong. Who's drinking this? It's rarely found anywhere else in the world, this drink. Okay. Well, it's better than the drinks over in BC, Alaska with the toes in it. Ugh. That's a real thing. That's in one of my other episodes. You'll have to look that up. Okay. So the Trans-Canada Highway, which I have to tell you, I have driven many times. From the Atlantic, past the Hudson Bay, the Great Lakes, all the Great Lakes, but I have not gotten into BC by road. I stopped short of that. I got as far as Alberta. That was it. Then I turned back. I've only flown to BC, but I've done most of it. Yeah, and I've taken the ferry to PEI. So when they had a ferry, now they have a bridge or something, but still, I use the ferry. Now, I can confirm this highway, it goes up and down mountains. It deals with high snowfalls and avalanches. And I've got to tell you, Lake Superior looks like this gray, evil, deadly, like very high waves all the time. Very strong lake. Hey, Palestine! Mapleland today has been very friendly, actually. I really love that most people have left for the beaches and the lakes. So the roads are actually pretty empty out there, which makes it safe for the rest of us who stayed close to home. And everyone's like just kind. We're sort of going in and out, doing our errands, visiting families. There's a birthday party out going on downstairs right now. And hanging out in the laundry room because that's where there's air conditioning for free. Or the lobby has some, but the laundry room really is the best. So yeah, we've been hanging out in the laundry room today, but I've gone in and out a lot to get fresh air and sunshine. It's a beautiful day, lots of puffy clouds. It's still more overcast, and yet there are edges of the clouds that look like peachy colored and whitish, and so we can say good silver lining day. And I am currently eating my first red freezy. I got a white one waiting for me because I'm all red and white today. And my tomato juice and my waters are chilling in the fridge right now because I need them to be nice and hot. I only have a bag of ice cubes left, and you know I like crushing those for my beverages in the evenings when I drink all my ice cold waters. How are you doing today? And happy Canada Day to you as well. Actually, to be honest, didn't buy maple syrup for me. But I gave some to my dad for his birthday, and I heard he's been making pancakes, so I'm very glad he's enjoying his maple syrup today. Canada has the most lakes in the world. I want to tell you, I have seen and touched and swam in and canoed in and fished out of so many beautiful lakes. I've lived in so many places worth a postcard picture. And it's just unfortunate that pollution is what it is, to have made some of them unfishable, undrinkable, unbathable, and still look so gorgeous. And the wildlife just persists. And some of them we cannot touch. But I've seen all of the Great Lakes. I put my feet in all of the Great Lakes, the Arctic Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and the Hudson Bay. All four sides of the Hudson Bay, because I've lived all around it. And the St. Lawrence Seaway, just to say, through Quebec. Yes, I have. And I'm pretty proud of that. It is a beautiful place with such diverse, depending where you go, like the hoodoos versus like the red sandy beaches over in PEI versus our white sandy beaches. There's brown sandy beaches everywhere in northern Ontario. You've got like black magnetite rock and white, what do you call it, limestone up in Nunavut on the beaches. Like, some places look like a desert. I've lived in Medicine Hat. It's like a semi-desert environment in an otherwise deciduous area. I have gone down in a toboggan, down the mountain, down the hills, between cactuses and blades of grass. That is how diverse this country is. It's just gorgeous. It's massive. And it takes days just to get out of Ontario. In Europe, you'd be around 3 to 5 countries on one bicycle in one day, or the weekend. They really get to meet people over there. I miss that part. We got a lot of beautiful nature where we don't pollute it. Thank you for calling it Maple Day. I think that makes it sound so much more happy. Yeah, I like maple trees. And the red maple trees are doing very well right now out there. They're very beautiful. So what are you doing to celebrate today? I'm going to keep giving you odd fun facts of Canada to celebrate our day. If you're interested, you can tell me what topics you want. I'm right now looking at a giant bison in the snow. We have some huge wildlife, and I've seen so many bears in nature. And one baby bear who held my hand because he wanted my Peak Freen cookies with the little, the jam inside, and he wanted my tuna sandwich, and I gave it to him. Another time, a mama bear picking raspberries, and we just thought some other grandma was over beside us. And when we finally looked and realized it was another bear sitting there like us, pulling down the berries and pocketing them in their mouth like us, we just very quietly left our baskets of berries and scooted away. But bears, yeah, I love bears. Seen a lot of bears. Got bear stories. I'm sure that maybe if there is such a thing as a shaman, I saw one. I thought there was a man like a block away from me up on a highway. You have to cross this highway up north in this one place I was living. In order to, 20 minutes down the road was a beach through the forest. But there was this highway cutting off from where the community lived and where all that stuff was. And I'm waiting to cross the road, but you know that there's trucks going at major speeds. And so you have to wait for the truck, and you couldn't see it yet. You couldn't quite hear it yet, but you could feel the vibration. If you live long enough in a place, you kind of know. You have a feeling there's going to be some big truck. And I just thought this guy in a cowboy hat was waiting. A tall guy, I just assumed it was a local. But then as the truck sped by, and I took a closer look, it was a bear standing on his back legs like a human. So what I thought was like the ridge and the shape of the cowboy hat was the nose, like the snout to the head. And then once he watched it go like me, and his head went from left to right like I did watching, and the truck was gone, then he got down on all fours and ran across the street, which looked like slow motion because he was so big, just like a puppy dog. I'm like, holy, he could have eaten me, but he was doing the same thing I was. He understood what I was up to. I'm like, do I still go to the beach? Yeah, I still crossed the road and went to that beach, and we were both heading for that beach. He went to catch some fish. He totally left me alone, but I'm lucky, I guess, maybe. But I think because I was an innocent, tiny little child that I don't scare them, right? I think they'd always be more aggressive to a male. Males are, this is testosterone. That's my theory. I don't know. Either that or nature has adopted me and always been kind. Yeah. Ooh. Buenos dias. Are you there now? Like, are you talking to me from Mexico? Oh, so when is your day? Because you would be Cinco de Mayo. So when is Mexico's day? And you know what? Hey, I want to high five you because, you know, Mexico and Canada right now dealing with the toupee. Anyways, I was going to say, that changes how I would do your paladin. Did you mind that I picked a paladin that was a blonde chick blowing kisses for my door game? Because now, if you can draw, I would like you to send me a picture of how you want me to depict you in door games, because I'm going to stick you in another one. I feel like this is a month that every week I might develop some new little door game, because they're fun. It's one of the things I do that I don't know that VTubers do that, but I do it and I like it. It's one of the things I do when, you know, my rigging's not working, to keep in touch with everybody and to honor everybody who subscribes as part of my channel. My precious mortal soul. So, would you understand me if I spoke another language? I know, como es usted? Hola. Mi amiga. Oh, mi amigo. Amigo. Amiga. Right. Because ka and go. Ooh. Oh, so California would be my guess. Or New Mexico. California. Or Texas. We're talking Southern United States, where I would like to see a rodeo with American rodeo people. I've seen the Canadian ones, though. Your icons do help me. I can't find my glasses, so yeah. I love you anyways. Okay, I'm going to tell you more fun facts. Yeah, I don't mean to grill you in public. I get so curious so fast. But hey, if you see the guy named Pedro or Lemonade, a Lemonade in here is Aloria or Feld. In WoW, when you see me play with Aloria or Feld, one of the first subscribers, and also one of the artists of my fan art that I first showed in my first year of VTubing. He was very kind. He did try to encourage me to learn more about the anime culture before I did this, but I didn't listen, and I wish I had. I should have. I also should have listened to him when he told me to do this a lot sooner than I started, while I still had a lot of guildies to follow me. Oh, wow. Oh, well, oh, well. Okay, but he is also of that origin. So you can, when you see him, you can flip into Spanish. I don't mind, because I can decipher it. Okay, we're one of the world's coldest countries. No one had to tell me that. And they say here about us, we're negative 40. Let me tell you, I've lived in negative 68 degree weather, negative 65 degree weather. We didn't close schools for a snow day until it was negative 51 degrees up there. My name was the negative 50 girl because I wasn't born there, but I was always outside more than they were. So I got the nickname negative 50. I loved it. It was beautiful. I love nature, so I was just, it's so beautiful up there. Very beautiful in all the seasons. And in the sky, too. So they always have sundogs going on. You could go blind from a reflection of the sun in a puddle up there. So those glasses that they wear in like MTV videos with all like the, what they look like Roman curtains, like those wooden, what do you call them, shutters, like for windows, window shingles, and they like slats. You actually need that to not go blind from, it's trying to block the sun from beaming at you from above and below at the same time, and they really actually work. Just to say, they're not just for fashion. to actually work. Okay. Ooh, they say in February of 1947, in Canada's Yukon Territory, so like if you know Alaska and then go inwards above our BC, so California, then go to BC, and then above that is the Yukon, going inward. They said it had an all-time low of negative 81 degrees Fahrenheit recorded. I don't know who didn't lose their skin in a split second out there, because it really hurts. By the time you get to the negative 50s, a balaclava is not enough. I would put Vaseline on my skin, then I would put a balaclava, then I would put real wool. And if I didn't have real wool, I was done for to hold my body heat in. But then you need a wind blocker. If you don't have a windbreaker on your face and wear it like Kenny from South Park, you feel so much pain so fast, and like cryo death of skin and chunks of earlobes come off right away. It just, you couldn't be out there for very long. It hurt. Like, kudos to every hunter out there who stands there silently and still on the ice for hours to get a piece of food for their family. It hurts. Yeah, just to say, I'm so excited. I'm getting so excited. I'm telling you all this stuff that I know from my life when I see these little bits of facts. Yeah. Okay, so is my sound better today? Because before I was using HyperX or Logitech, but right now I'm using headphones, hoping that you guys are hearing me well. And I don't know if it's the Logitech working or if it's the headphones that are working. I forgot I owned these, actually. I bought them in the beginning, and then I didn't like feeling them sweat my ears out. But if it helps you guys not hear the reverb behind me, because the HyperX lately has been giving some strange sound to it, like I'm in a big metal container. You want maple lore? Let's see if they have any. Oh, Quebec is our walled city. Quebec City in northern Quebec actually looks like Europe. It's very beautiful. Okay, the largest mass of exposed Precambrian rock is in Canada. It's Earth's first geological era. Ooh, I want to go touch that now. I've hugged the oldest tree I've ever met, and it was in an ancient university grounds of France. Well, it was huge. It was fat, but it lost its actual bark. So I hope it's still alive. But I hugged it because as long as my family's been around, that tree's been living and breathing in this earth. Canada's Wood Buffalo National Park, and we've got lots of national parks, is larger than Switzerland. Ontario is larger than Italy times 5. Like, just to say, Canada's big. We got 48 national parks. Huh. Even though my air conditioner's on, I'm sweating so bad. This freezy is already melted, but I'm still drinking it. I'm getting close to your request. Alright, here we go. The lore you have asked for, Paladin Stem. 85% of the world's maple syrup comes from Canada, and I've tapped some of it myself. Okay, Canada's climate offers the ideal conditions for the production of maple tree sap, which is used to make maple syrup. Maple trees store starch in order to survive the harsh winter temperatures. The starch is converted into sugar, which is found in high concentrations in maple sap. So March break was so that you could take time off of school and help your parents go tap that sap. Once you tap a tree, though, you should leave it alone, or the next time you tap it, it's going to die. And they figured this out by watching what squirrels were doing. They'd chew in on the bark and just, like, drink the sap as it leaked out. What are you hearing? My AC? So you are hearing something. So I'm going to ask you a question. Does this sound better to hear me talking like this? Or does this sound better to hear me talking like this? The first way I was talking, or do I sound better now? Or do you hear more of the air conditioner now? Because now I hear it. Okay, there's a third thing I can use. There's actually a fourth one. But, okay, so now you're going to have to tell me which one sounds better. This is all an experiment you're helping me with. Oh, my racing neighbors are on the streets again. Oh, whoops. Okay, now I'm going to plug in HyperX. Okay, now this is me talking to the HyperX microphone. Which one sounds the best out of the three? Don't worry about the large metal object you heard. I don't know. Does this sound better? So I'm basically right now this is the HyperX microphone. And I'm now picking up the white freezy because it is too hot. And I'm sweating so bad right now. Alright, here we go. I'm going to tell you more. Okay, so between the end of winter and early spring, which for us starts at March break, so second or third week of March, the sap is harvested by drilling into tree trunks, and we collect it in buckets, drip drop at a time, and then we put it into the machine. We boil it to create the maple syrup. Canada produces around 20 million gallons of maple syrup every year. Maple candies taste amazing, by the way. What do you mean by a bit low? It's mic. Am I too close now? Is this a good distance? On this mic, my sound is too low, so I'm gonna do it at the beginning of this show, because the beginning of the show I was wearing the headphones. I do have one other headphone that actually has a speaker part on it. Let me try it. Hang on one second. I'm gonna try this. This original one that I'm gonna plug in next, I think that one side might be broken, but we're gonna find out. Right now, we're gonna test it. Why not? Okay. This one has, like, I look like Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek. It's got a little stick with a phone near my mouth. Do I sound better now? Or did I sound better when I was unplugged, completely unplugged? I sounded okay on the last microphone, but very quiet. But I don't sound okay now. Okay, we have to figure this out. I don't know if there are settings for this. It doesn't have anything on it to, like, make me louder. Alright, I heard you. The Logitech for a moment. Because I don't know how to make the other thing louder. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like this. I know it's not the best, and you guys may not like the reverb, but that's what it's going to be. Because it's hot. It's very hot. Okay, other fun facts. Canada has nicknames for their coins. So I know about this. The loonie for the one, because it has the loon on it. And the Prime Minister who brought that into effect, we called it the Mulrooney dollar, because it was Mulrooney who made our dollar into a coin. Then we've got the toonies for the $2 coin. That has nothing to do with Warner Brothers Looney Tunes. We were making fun of our Prime Minister for turning our money into metal. And the toonie was invented in the year 2000. We actually made the first glow-in-the-dark coin. I didn't even know we had a glow-in-the-dark coin. Oh, they wanted to commemorate our 150th birthday in 2017. So they had a glow-in-the-dark coin featuring a canoe on a lake. Oh, with the Northern Lights shining above it. I would actually want to see that. I would actually want to have that. That's cool. They use colored bimetallic coin. Colored bimetallics. So at night, you would see the northern lights. And those, I will tell you, is worth seeing. They just took my breath away. And they were always moving. And they called it the Dance of the Spirits. Oh, that would be very nice to see. And yes, our Aurora Borealis is visible in Canada. I have seen it in so many colors. I think I want to find one now, but they might be very expensive. I just don't know, but that would be cool. I didn't even know we had one. Ironically, those were the years I lived in the north, and so I was seeing the real thing. So I guess I didn't miss anything. The northern lights from here are so beautiful, but you gotta be in lonely places to really see all the colors, and you have to be in the north when it's coldest, like between December and January, to see the best sets of colors moving around. They're gorgeous. But if you want to drink like a European, go to Finland. You can see it there, and go to a pub. Oh, that's beautiful that you could see them. I really do. I love the sky. It's just one of those miracle things. I just love looking at the sky. I always do. Michelangelo, I know, felt the same way. Oh, the telephone was invented in Canada. We have Alexander Graham Bell, and we have a company still called Bell that I use to this day, which is why I can talk to you now. Woo. World's largest skating rink in Canada. Where is it? Oh, in Ottawa. And I've been on it. I've also skated on their river there. Rideau Canal, I've skated on it. It's actually, they do a very good, lots of sales and events there on that Rideau Canal. It goes a long way and you can have pit stops. We're the world's most educated country? Huh. Well, it's the law that you have to go until you're 18. Oh, they're saying they have more persons per capita that go to university or college. University and college degrees. And I'm going to say this is true. One thing I was sad about is, you know, all those American movies with like bonfire rallies for football teams and stuff. We didn't get things like that. But we're not allowed to have sororities and fraternities like you guys have. Maybe that's something to do with it. But ours is based on getting the grades. I think you guys have a good time while you're also going to school, which I wish that were more true here. I would have liked to have had opportunities for better extracurriculars, that's for sure. I did join sports teams though, but I couldn't do the full-time thing. Also had to work. Oh, this is funny. Canada's Hudson Bay, which I've lived on all sides of, has less gravity than anywhere else on Earth. You won't find yourself bouncing around and floating off the ground, but if you remember to bring your bathroom scale to Hudson Bay, you might find yourself a little lighter than usual. I didn't know that. That's because the gravitational force is very slightly weaker in this area. Does this mean if our Earth stops rotating as much, we're going to fly out first from there? There are some geophysic theories about this. I'm thinking because it's a deep pit of water, but I guess we have oceans that might be more deep pits of water. I don't know. Sorry, that's me bending to see what you were writing. Oh, the bottom line is that a massive glacier called the Laurentide ice sheet once compressed the mass of Earth beneath it, displacing some of the lands. This absent of mass has resulted in a lower gravitational force. Okay, so when I said giant pit of water, I mean it makes us buoyant. That's anti-gravity. I was not all wrong. Are you having fun on the side? Well, then I hope you're having fun. Hope you're having fun in a college town. Canada has a supervolcano. I never heard of this. I'm going to read this. There are only 12 supervolcanoes on Earth, and Canada's Blake River Mega Caldera Complex is one of them. Ooh. The complex spans the border of Quebec and Ontario. And consists of many calderas, dikes, and vents. I didn't know this. And this I've lived in both countries. I mean both provinces. Hang on. Well, the bloc Quebec had its way. Anyways, it's not considered to be dormant. Supervolcanoes very rarely erupt, and scientists have been closely monitoring the geological wonder for decades. I know we've had earthquakes. We're on a fault line. That has to be like linked to tremors, right? Supervolcano is about 2.7 billion years old, has erupted 2.6 billion years ago. So when it was 1 year old, it had a tantrum. Maybe it's grown up and we're okay. I don't know. But it might explain why we have a good wine region, like a good farming area. Largest T-Rex skeleton was found in Saskatchewan. Scotty! They called him Scotty the T-Rex skeleton. He was found in 1991. It took them 20 years to rebuild his fossils. And they showed him in public for the first time in 2011. A lot's going on there. He's 68 million year old fossil, 13 feet tall, 39 feet long. They think he weighed 5 tons. So it's like 5,000 pounds. Is a ton 1,000? They don't think he's the largest ever found. He's competing with someone named Sue. Sue the T-Rex is almost identical to Scotty, making it hard to confirm. Okay. Maybe they were twins. Our national dish is poutine. I didn't know that was our national dish, but I really like poutine. It's everywhere. You can top it with so many things. Some stores just specialize in selling different varieties of poutine. You can get it in our movie theaters too now. It's been around since the 1950s. And it was made the national dish because of its popularity. Okay. So the red and white colors on our Canadian flag, woohoo, symbolize England, which is red, and France, which is white. How interesting. I didn't know that. I was hoping it was because the maple leaf is red. So in 1921, these red and whites were declared the national colors of Canada by King George V. Wait, no. Yeah, 1921. King George V. Although this may be the official history, Canadians prefer to relate the colors to their country's natural features, the red of autumn leaves and the white representing snow. See, I like that because we're peaceful, because we're a leaf. And I know in Hawaii they have a leaf dance where you put down the leaf, and if other people come and they step on it, they want war, and if they pick it up, they want peace. And lots of people walk around twirling maple leaves in their fingers because it's funny and cute and nice. And I like that. Okay. So the design of our flag dates back to the 1800s, but the modern flag, unofficially named the maple leaf, see, we do that, was only adopted on the 15th of February 1965. This day is celebrated as the National Flag of Canada Day. Yes, you can see it here on the cars and in the parade. Yes, it is. Yay. Ooh, there are 5 uniquely Canadian dog breeds. Okay. So Canada has about 187 breeds of dogs. 5 of them are uniquely Canadian. Labrador Retrievers, Newfoundlanders, the Landseers, the Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Dog, and the Canadian Inuit Dog all originated from Canada. Newfoundlands are the national dog of Canada. They didn't know that. They were bred as companions to fishermen and are fantastic swimmers despite their size. Really big dogs. I'm surprised they don't consider it a husky or those giant other things that look like giant husky wolves. And they're so strong pulling sleds and stuff for the Iditarods. Oh my goodness. In 2015, the Guinness World Record recognizes Canada as the leading user of the poop emoji. Is this why I see it show up everywhere as prizes and hats? Like, I would never do that. It's so gross, but so many people, like, took that in. Oh my goodness. There's even game boards with it. We don't know if we still hold the record, though. Oh yeah, but this is funny. One has to wonder what Canada was experiencing in 2015. I do know that that was a year where I noticed a lot of talk. If you listen to people talking in coffee shops, not that I want to, but they're so close by and loud, was a lot of changes between unions and companies, especially in the teaching profession, to skip over my generation and give the children of the current teachers the next jobs. They were looking for a way to put that in. I remember that always bothered me. There were changes to laws. There were changes to, I think, was it the Human Code of Rights or something? And it reflected down through workers' compensation, WSIB, safety in a workplace, safety from harassment because of your background. Things like that were all going on at that time. That's what I remember. And these 32 million Canadians using the poop emojis since 2022 are using about 6 different social media networks, including Facebook as the leading platform. Oh, with 26 million users just in Facebook alone from Canada using poop emojis. Oh, they're really mad. It's funny how mad we got. All right. Many of the world's chart-topping musicians are Canadian. I know that. I went to France once, and before COVID, and every artist they were listening to was like Celine Dion. It was Msoul. They were all like Canadians from Quebec and stuff. Oh, Avril Lavigne, Nelly Furtado, Carly Rae, Jepsen, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, and Drake. Well, Drake, yeah. We all came from here. We have the longest coastline, second only to Russia. And our coastline is 151,000 miles long. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I'm almost out of facts, but... Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, that was it for the facts. Well, at least I got to add my own spin of my own experiences on top of those facts, which is kind of nice. That kept me busy for a little bit. How are you doing over there? Huh? So you're still at work. So does that mean you're hiding me from your boss? Hi, boss. I'll just flip my hair for you. I've run out of freezies and now I'm very warm. Well, yeah, we actually have an area called the Thousand Islands, and you can get ferry boat tours just to go around them. I think it costs a lot of money to own land up there, though. The Thousand Island Tour. That's just Ontario. Then Nunavut is got a bunch of islands. There's bigger pieces and then little bits around it. Each of the bigger pieces, yeah. Southampton Island, Baffin Island. Oh, well, I think those are all my fun facts. I suppose I feel guilty like I should be in the sun right now on this nice special day. And hopefully I'll see some fireworks later. And I'm thinking that I want to maybe do some adulty things again. Clean. I should really clean. And then have some more freezies. I actually have red Jello waiting for me too. I don't know if I'm going to turn it into something or just have Jello, but I think I should bake. I won't take pictures of it this time. But what do you think? Do you like seeing the little mind breaks with music while I show you the things we concocted when I'm messing around in the kitchen when I'm bored? That's awesome. Do you ever check out the videos where it's just music, like Come Want a Lift, that's in the car, or Fly With Me, which is in the airport? I don't know what style of music you like, but I try to put similar styles together. And all those sleep aid videos if you want to go to sleep. Adulting is important. Oh, you're making me go back and be adulty. Meh. That's okay. Well, at least we've experimented, and I know to work on figuring out how to make my headphones that you like the most work. I'm going to go give my other headphones away. Should I give them away? Was it that bad? It was too quiet, right? Oh, you know what? The ones that were too quiet have a button to adjust things, so I'm going to play around with that later. So I'm not giving it away right now. I'm just going to pack it up. I'm going to pack up everything out of sight that I can, and I did promise myself once we hit this month I was going to declutter my world. I started decluttering internet stuff. Like, you know, there's just so many things that I keep saying unsubscribe, and they still pop up. I don't know. But okay, the ones we didn't like do have an adjusted thing on the wires, so I will explore that later. Well, these are Logitech as well, so this should be compatible to my camera. Alright, I'm not tossing it. I'm just gonna figure it out. I'll do it later. I will test it on something else. You can hear me messing around. I'm gonna get rid of stuff. I try to put all like things together and then decide how much of it I keep. It's a whole process for my brain. It takes time. I made a list. I made a list that's sitting right in front of me now. When I turn myself to the side, there's an equal list on a big whiteboard beside me. And then when I turn to the other side, I pinned onto my corkboard the same list so that I could tell myself, you need to get this stuff done now. I'm nagging myself. Anyways, okay. Pollen and stem, I want to wish you have to tell me what specific day is, I have to look it up, for Happy Mexico Day, Mexico, and Feliz Dias de Mexico? Did I say it right? I hope so. Thinking about it. Because I know Feliz Navidad. Anyways. Alright, I'll stop being silly. Pollen and Stem, thank you for keeping me company. And anyone who watches this later, I hope you had fun with the Canadian Fun Facts for Canada's Day. I'm going to do the same for our American friends 3 days from now. And I'm going to do the same again for our Mexican friends, like Pally here. Once I find out what day that is, I have to look it up, make me research it. Alright, but I'm going to do it. Why not? Let's have some fun. I have the time. I should do it. Alright, I didn't do it last year. I don't know why, how I was feeling, but I'm going to do it this year. I've got the energy. Let's go. Alright, this is Venus Callida, signing off for now, but I'll probably play peekaboo with you later, because today's Tuesday, and that means we're going to have a Riddle Me Din Din night, and it's the third and final episode inspired by the Project Runway seasons, and I put together this nice little menu based on foods and drinks featured in the Project Runway episodes, since I didn't watch it when it was popular, but I am catching up with it all now. So much for binging, right? Alright. Pally, please say goodbye so I know you know I'm going, because I hate hanging up on people. You hang up first. No, you. No, you. Alright, I'm heading off to celebrate the day, and I will see you all later tonight live for Riddle Me Din Din. And if you're curious and hungry now, you can check out my playlist called Riddle Me Din Din. There are so many episodes to so many themes in there. You're going to have a lot